And they have some people that sing songs. If you close your eyes, you're going to think that Hank Williams has come back into the theater.
And you know who else is on?
Sit next to you.
If you're going to go, who else is on the card? D.L. Menard, Grammy Award nominated artist D.L. Menard. Go by and hear him.
Yes, sir.
Very, very good.
Very good afternoon to spend in downtown Eunice, Louisiana.
There you go.
And what about this picture here? I cut this out of the newspaper. Laura Gottschall, she's the daughter of Joe and Catrice Gottschall. And she's become a deer hunter. And that's, I'm sure that they're having fun. I know Joe Fred took she and maybe some of the other grandkids over the holidays. I don't know if they killed. This took place a few weeks back prior to this. So anyhow, Joe, you're doing a good job. Just teach them good safety, and it'll keep them out of a lot of trouble.
Welcome back, KSLO. Now, there's one thing going on this Saturday, just to let you folks know that, like genealogy type stuff, there's a workshop going on over at the St. Landry Parish Courthouse. They're going to have a class on learning about looking up your genealogy records within the parish courthouse. Archivist Keith Fontenot, who you and I know very well, he'll be there giving some tips and things for you to look for, as well as Dr. Bruce Turner, an archivist from UL of Lafayette. It's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it's free. If you want to register, call 942-5606 and dial Keith's extension at 126. This Saturday.
I'm going to make some announcements here of recent deaths. And one of them is Christy Lynn Dotrieve. And when I saw Dotrieve, I started thinking, I said, I wonder if this is related to Larry Dotrieve. Well, as it turns out, it's Larry, the Larry that we know, Coach Larry. It's actually his father, and his father and mother are still living. Christy was 55 years old and died and was buried recently. So to the Dotrieve family and Larry.
She's Larry's sister.
Larry's sister. Yeah, our Larry sister. So our sympathies. Another person who died and is actually being buried today, Wednesday, and that's Mr. Percy Fontenot. What was his age? Does it show his age here?
Don't know.
I don't see the age, but he was probably right at 90, if not 90.
No kidding.
And just a very, very successful. He was a classy-looking man. The first time I saw him, I could have picked him out of 50 people standing around. I could have picked that man. You know how you just have classy look? And I remember something about him from back in the 50s. He had a ticker tape machine. That's before you had internet and all that, where you buy your stocks and you have stockbrokers and everything in Lafayette and Opelousas and Ville Platte. He's from the Ville Platte, Vedrine area. That's where he had his main operations operated out of there. He owned Evangeline Gas, Evangeline Subdivision. He was a big investor in one or two banks, Southwest Loan Company. His daughter Anita runs that particular company. You know, a very, very aggressive, kind-hearted man. And he died over at his camp. So I guess he died the way he wanted to. Another person who died recently was Barry Trombley. His twin brother had died sometimes in the past, Larry Trombley. But Barry, both of them worked for the police department, both of them. And so to the Barry Trombley family, our deepest of sympathies. Another one is Dr. Bobby Trahan, who died, and his services were held, if I recall correctly, Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. He died over the holidays there, very unexpectedly, and caught everybody off guard. And of course his I think his youngest daughter is Sarah, and she and Megan, my daughter, went through school at the Academy of the Sacred Heart in Grand Coteau and have remained close friends. So I know it was a big shock to a lot of local people. He had touched a lot of people. Years ago, he had started a
New Beginnings
addiction rehab center here in the Opelousas area.
Helped a lot of people.
Yes, helped a lot of people. Dr. McCarthy and Dr. Dudley B. Avenue had started this together. And so Dr. Bobby leaves a legacy behind and a number of children and friends. What about Mr. Rosaire?
Mr. Rosaire Fouché.
Fouché.
A lot of people know Mr. Rosaire. His sister, who passed away just a couple of years ago, was Miss Anne-Marie Fouché at Port Barry, where I grew up, would work in the house with Father Centerville. And Rosaire would live in Crotch Springs, and he would help around the parish in Crotch Springs.
Oh, he was at church every Sunday, just very active, always well-dressed, neat, and I'll miss him when I go to church there next time. Good morning, Father Mark Ledoux.
They were from, I think, Massachusetts originally, the Fouchés. I think that's where they were originally from.
Jude Ozan is another person who died recently. I think it was his sister, Miss Ledoux, or maybe Miss Renee, maybe it was her. They were over at the church office, Queen of Angels, making arrangements for his funeral and all. And of course, I had known Jude all my life. He's a little bit younger, but not much younger than me. One other one that we mentioned, I showed a picture of, that would have been the first week of December when we held our Santa breakfast. The next day we held the Christmas party for the children that actually attend the treatment center. And we went over to my longtime friend, Danny Mistrick Sr., and took a picture with Santa Claus. And I think he really enjoyed that little morning while we were there. And anyhow, he passed away Wednesday, today, January the 5th, around 6:30 in the morning. I got a call, well, I actually got two calls before going on the air to tape today. Shad Fontenot called me, and his former wife, Margie, also called to pass this on to me. So Danny, he fought a real hard-fought fight, just like he fought when he got in the ring.
He was a boxer.
He was a Golden Glove champion.
How about all those trophies he had and pictures of him when he boxed? He has, oh
he
man,
kept
he's
a
well decorated.
nice collection, and helped me get into the Century 21 real estate business when he pulled me offside at Deese's one day in the body shop, the mechanic shop, and pulled me off aside and said that Jim Ducharme was wanting to sell the Century 21 franchise. Would I be interested? I said, well, I might well be interested. I said, we have a broker, partner of ours, J.E. Brignac, I said, is a licensed broker. He had kept his license.
Which was a requirement to
own the business. Right. And within 2 hours, we had already consummated a buy-sell agreement, and still one of our nice businesses. And by the way, Century 21 has a lot of nice listings, and if you want to sell some property, I'd certainly recommend their services. And if you're looking at some property and might be listed by another local broker or out-of-town broker, but you'd like to use Century 21, you're welcome to. Just call the agent that you want to do business with, and they'll go show you. And likewise, they have the same privilege to come.
Reciprocal agreements.
Reciprocal agreements. Good word. So, Danny, thanks for your lifetime friendship. We love you, and to the family, we've lost a good friend and a great father and grandfather and great-grandfather.
Washington State Bank, all your banking needs, personal loans, commercial loans, all your banking. I see a whole lot of new announcements with them. I saw John Hogwood of Washington State Bank has recently been appointed Executive Vice President and Chief Lending Officer. And I know a lot of you folks know him. He's been in banking for at least 30 years. And I think you and I maybe ran into him one day she was with him at Swallows maybe eating.
I want to say that.
I think that's when we ran into him last. And I also saw, Miss Sue Brignac, the president. Also saw that Miss Pam Fontenot has been named the branch manager of the Opelousas branch of Washington State Bank, and they have a new assistant branch manager there as well, Miss Karen Sanchez. So whatever you need, loans, they've got long-term fixed rate loans, which right now with the instability, you want to lock those rates in, you can get it all done right now.
And they're low, they're still very competitive.
Washington State Bank and online banking as well. And let me get a couple more sponsors before I turn you loose again. Let's go with LHC Group. Now LHC Group, of course, growing home health care needs, if you need everything from rehab work to the beds and equipment you might need, the oxygen type stuff, they do all that as well. All about helping people. And they've just bought a whole bunch of Alabama-based hospice agencies covering 22 counties. I saw they've also picked up another one here in Louisiana. It covers about 18 more parishes. So if you need hospice and palliative type care, they can handle all that for you. Here in Opelousas, they've got a location right off of Heather Drive, right next to their Health and Wellness Center as well, all in that same big facility there. Go by Louisiana Healthcare Group. They can help you.
I saw Mrs. Sashry doing exercises at age 95 at the Health and Wellness Center on Heather Drive. That's a lady. Congratulations to you. I forgot the first name, but I know Miss Sashry.
And one more sponsor, Steamboat Warehouse. Get mama away from the smell of her own cooking. You know, they've got the best chef, Chef owner Jason Hugay, the best of the best voting. He's been the best chef 5 years running. And if you get on Facebook, go looking for Steamboat Warehouse. He's got photos it must be every Saturday night when he's putting out those first couple of plates. He puts a couple of pictures so you can see the beautiful food, Louisiana ingredients.
Can I get that on Facebook?
Oh, we can put the Facebook app on there.
You're going to show me how to do that?
You got to be careful. You're going to get on that. Don't let nobody send you nothing bad.
Oh no, I don't want to be. I don't want. I just want to be.
You want to see his?
See his.
We can try that.
Remember, I was offered. Remember, somebody sent me an email. I'm not so sure I want to be on there. I think we make ourselves well known right here.
There you go.
And if you want to send us something, we show it at the bottom quite often during the program.
There you go. What's next? What else you want to talk about?
Oh, what about 791 and counting? That's games won by Coach Butch Fontenot.
Right.
Really, what a man. You said it. What a man. And his wife says he's just as excited today as he was when he first got into the program of coaching. And he's touched so many lives.
Just think how many kids
he's
over those years.
shooting for 800, and he has an opportunity to do it this year if he can win, 9 more games. And I think this was Sunday, and I think he had 13 more games. So that's probably about the average he would win normally.
Right.
So hopefully it's not something that he misses. But then on the other hand, if he misses it by a few, he's going to come back next year, and the kids will be very fortunate in that respect. So there's always some good. Coach, we're very proud of you and your wife who've dedicated your lives to educating the young people of our community.
It's break time. 3 minutes on television and on radio. Folks, listen to our sponsors for the next 3 minutes till we come back.